What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Low Kick Online. We're in week 9 and we're back with some Granblue Fantasy versus action. I am Low Kick Seth, your streamer slash first commentator and your second commentator, but far from second anywhere else. I'm joined by Zach in a box. What's going on, man? How are you, dude?
What is going on? Welcome. I think it's actually week 10. And,
what?
I don't know, but it's all blending together.
Okay. I have to check. You had me fact checking my own stream, dude.
I mean, it's all blended together, unfortunately, because we are stuck inside for the time being still. I feel like I say that every week, no matter what stream it's on, so we get to enjoy some more net play. Hooray!
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so it's just gonna be a net play for a while, unfortunately. Yeah. But we're making the most of it, honestly. Yeah. It's like we'll do these online brackets. I know Combo Breaker is over there doing the reminiscing stream and stuff. Like online tournaments here and there, sure, but it's just like at the very least, I was telling somebody this at my job the other day because they're talking about like, I just want to go to a restaurant and have somebody ask me for a dessert menu. And I was like, you know what? When you finally are able to go to a restaurant, because you'll have been dealing with this for so long, like it's going to be much, much more rewarding. Absence really makes the heart grow fonder. And the absence of like offline stuff is going to make us coming back feel so much better.
Yes.
So much
better.
Man,
all those tweets, role-playing, Combo Breaker this week, like, yo, I just got on my pools, or just like, who wants to hit up Giordano's at the pools? I'm like, oh, God. But looks like for the time being, we'll have to stick to this. No role-playing available. We are just straight to playing. We have first up this week, Macho versus Yamicorn. Of course, Macho has been playing mainly Zoe. He's really fell in love with the character. You know, play a lot with him. Just one throw, one situation in the corner could just melt your health.
That's fun. Really interesting, considering how like it doesn't seem that Zoe's damage output was anywhere near as explosive because she feels like she has to use a lot of her tools for set play, right? If she blows all of her cooldowns just to be able to like dish it all out in the corner, what does she get when things kind of like when the air clears, when the smoke clears? It's like she has to be very, very smart in how she wants to pressure, but Macho has been like taking a huge favorite to it, and I think he's like a really, really hyper aggressive Zoe, but he never really comes across those situations where he's out of resources. And he knows this matchup really well too, considering he is very, very efficient on Matera. So here we go, first match of the stream.
Yeah, and you see that lightning. It's at first people didn't really use it a lot, but man, that lightning is annoying for most matchups. It's just it's hard to enter. It like changes your jump arc first of all, and obviously it's just hard to punish. You have to make a hard read into like walking forward or running forward to get under it. So yeah, he's using it to great effect already.
Yeah, he really is. And I mean, like you said, it is really hard to punish, considering the fact that it covers so much distance, and you have to hard call it out and like run under it, you know? But hopefully Matera is mobile enough. I haven't seen Matera be able to punish it, but I wonder if she's mobile enough to kind of subvert it.
And a lot of people have talked about, I haven't been able to watch this matchup too much, but the fact that this Matera can really stop Zoe from charging whenever she wants. Ooh. But also like, missed on that. But also like being able to keep her in check with the rush down, because she has to. Zoe doesn't have a traditional DP, so gonna have to fight out honestly out of the Matera pressure.
Okay, this is the chip with the laser. Yeah, that is two separate instances. So.
Yeah, and once the laser is out, man, you just have to hold it. Like, even though it's like, especially mid-screen, the damage potential is not high.
Yeah.
You still have to hold like at least a throw mix-up.
Yeah, like if she wants to take the risk, because it's even harder for Matera considering she doesn't have any invincible reversal besides super. So it's like if she wants to really take that risk in that chip situation, she could like try to bust out super, but that's a crazy big card to try and play, especially this early on in this set, because that was only the first round. So much back and forth, so much zoning going. Who's the better zoner? I read that tweet, like zoning is a defensive playstyle, but you definitely would not think it with both of these characters. They're just like dashing forward and throwing crazy fireballs. Alright, here we go. Counter hit off the DP.
It's something that Macho has been using a lot too, is that EX, even though it's not traditional DP, it's kind of like a get in for free type of move.
Yeah.
For just let's just say, screw neutral, let me get in, let me have some plus frames.
Yep, plus on block, exactly. So it's like, and I mean, I think it's counter hit can, if you do get the counter hit, then it's a follow up, or is it just like on regular hit?
I believe on regular hit you could get a 2L as well, but the range is what gets it. Oh man, first off the gates, just Counter hit overhead.
Oh, goes low?
Yeah, see, this is a tough position for Matera to, can't roll out, but it's a decent enough guess if you think they're gonna counter hit overhead. Overhead again.
Yeah. Damn, perfect?
Yeah, that's the big thing, like, the situation in the corner, man, like, it's just one throw mix-up, because if you end up getting hit by that throw, it's a ton of damage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Macho is just not afraid to continue moving forward if he doesn't have Dragon Meter. He's just still gonna try to, not zone you necessarily, but just still try to apply that pressure. Okay, finishes it with the DP.
On the other end, also doesn't have DP and has to hold all those counter overheads just like he did there. Macho's gonna move on into winners.
Dude, goes fast. Like him or you love him, he's moving fast, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our first match. Just kind of a warm up for the stream, just to really get the oil moving. But our next match, up next, we're going to have, I think. Oh yeah, a lot of people also have been having issues because the patch that rolled out, I guess. Some people just didn't download the patch, so they're trying to.
Yeah. And PSN can be like a little wonky when you're trying to download a patch and it just doesn't allow you. I don't know, like it's happened sometimes when you're trying to update and then it just doesn't happen. Yeah. So I know a couple of players are dealing with that, so we'll be patient. Again, I mean, it's sort of part of trying to run these online. Everybody has their own console issues,
Yeah, it looks like one of our players is like actually just straight up having issues with the update. Like they can't start their game, So but, She was playing really strong last week, so maybe maybe this is the
maybe some sabotage. I don't know. Somebody broke quarantine, went to her house,
broke quarantine
with the PS4, so that we can go back and play online Granblue.
Breaking
sounds
quarantine
plausible to me.
ban. Can't believe it. Breaking social distancing. Imagine.
Can you imagine that? I mean, I'm sure everybody in the United States has stayed inside, and had no qualms about it, right?
Dude, there's so many memes that are kind of like hitting too close to home, where it's just like quarantine is not over just because you're bored, and I'm like, oh shit, this sucks, dude, But and also there's one there at the job that I work at, there is this like rumor that's going around that some people are like sneaking over the golf course gate to play golf. And like they're trying to find out who, but I was just like, is it even happening for real? It's so funny, like the lengths that people are trying to go to just like enjoy the weather and like take advantage of the time, but it's like, I don't know, it does feel like a long time, especially with us, considering the fact that we're not going to be able to meet up until like the phase 5, which is the once everything is cured. I don't even know if it's like vaccine available or not, but that's
I'm hoping 2021.
Hey dude,
that's my hopeful prediction.
I mean, like I was thinking realistically, hopefully by winter time, hopefully by 20, because CEO is still planning on happening
CEO
in December. So it's like going based off of that. I don't know if they're being like very optimistic and trying to be really they're just trying to be optimistic about this whole situation. Or if it's like, at this point, we're just gonna do it, man. Like, if we get it,
and hope for the best. And I think even when we start coming back, even if it's like, we're in like a phase 5 type of situation, I know attendance is gonna be low from the start. There, understandably, gonna be people still scared for like large gatherings. So we'll see how it plays out. But that's kind of a future thing.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be temporary, obviously this whole thing is really putting a hamper on the way that we approach event organization, and like some event organizers are not even able to do events anymore. Rest in peace, Michigan Masters. But like I think this instance is something that nobody really prepares for, and I wonder if it's going to adjust like the infrastructure of how events are organized events are organized is going to adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just in general, like even outside of FGC, but especially with the FGC, I think it's not a go back to normal like light switch type of situation. I think a lot of people have talked about it. Things are going to change after this is all said and done. Yeah. Maybe for the better. I don't know, but it's definitely not. We can't do exactly the same thing anymore.
Yeah.
because of what just happened. So.
Yeah, even on a local level, you know, because like sometimes our weekly meetups get like they peak over 100 people sometimes, and especially on Mondays,
packed.
dude.
Yeah, and it gets packed in like the tiny spaces that we do work in. So
yeah, and then when we were having the free nights on Fridays, like those were huge. So it's like just to have that just on a weekly basis, that's a small scale, you know, like we can't regularly have that for until this is effectively over 100%. It's really rough, but like I said, like you said, hopefully things adjust for the better afterwards. But I don't know, speaking of adjustments, like I feel like a lot of game developers are also taking time to look on how their games are formatted for this instance, like how it's going to be like for online tournaments and online competitive integrity and stuff like that. I hope that a lot of game developers are focusing on understanding much more how important online is, you know. Big shout outs to Street Fighter 5, like, because you know they've been trying their best. But and also like rollback coming to Strive. We got the Evo lineup being like games that all use rollback and are exclusive. Like imagine, dude, a lot of games being beat out by them fighting hertz, which is made in Unity. Like it's kind of tight how imperative online integrity is for a game's life. You're like for a game's lifespan nowadays.
I think it should, like nobody planned this, so like, you know, a lot of fighting games are getting shine without, you know, the greatest online infrastructure, but then, you know, something like this happens and you have to kind of rework it, and I guess that's one of the silver linings. It's hard to pick out silver linings in a pandemic, but this could be a silver lining where, you know, fighting game developers are forced to kind of look into that and take care of that on that end, so that if something, God forbid, something like this happens again, you know, there'll be something to play for the players.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, for me personally, because I'm a huge Skullgirls fan, it's really cool to see this like revitalization of Skullgirls to the point where I started playing it again. Like I was trying to like just go back and try to further understand, because I'm like notoriously bad at like, assist games and team games like Marvel and Dragon Ball and stuff like that. So it's kind of like I hopped into a first to 10 with my cousin who lives with me, and we were just like playing Skullgirls like for a really, really long time, and it was really cool how I was able to theory craft and learn like new stuff and the way that game is, and it's really just because of how it's seeing this new second wind in its lifespan that really brought on and like allowed me to learn something new. So I hope that a lot of different players are trying out these new games that are rotating in because of the times, and they're like able to improve as players. Like they're able to kind of like open their mindset on other things and on other theories, and maybe they'll transition over to other games too. Who knows how once all of this is over, like where people end up in their audience. Yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see how it all develops, and you know, hopefully we all survive through it.
Dude, you gotta play some Skullgirls.
I mean, I did buy it a couple weeks ago.
Was it the $3 sale?
Yeah.
Yo, sick, dude. I was so happy.
I mean, I'll try it out. I mean, like I said, for me, I just like to try out most fighting games. Skullgirls is something before, aesthetic-wise, I didn't like, but I've kind of come around to it. So that's why I didn't try it in the beginning. But, you know, I just like playing around with most fighting games. Obviously, the ones I take seriously, I'll keep that to a minimum. But, well, we finally not getting bodied by PS4 updates. I finally think we have a match.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be Kizzer versus T-Bola.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like Kizzer versus T-Bola. Looks like he took it over Super Saiyan Kid in the previous match. These players are ready to start whenever they are ready, and if they hear me potentially. Yes. But yeah, I'm glad to see the new face in Low Kick Online with Super Saiyan Kid jumping into the
he's one who's played a lot of Run and Rumble, a lot of SSS online, so yeah, I've been liking seeing his grind here, but T-Bola took it over him. T-Bola and Kizzer Crate, two very consistent placers here at Low Kick Online. T-Bola's won a couple, and Kizzer with a very, very impressive win on SSS last Saturday. Took it over Kilo, who was like been giving him trouble and absolutely bodied me in Winners Finals. So we'll see. Like I always put Kizzer as somebody who's been very aware of what he's doing, but also just has a really rock solid stable mindset when it comes to improving fighting games, and you really see it. That's why these weeklies, unfortunately, they're not offline, but seeing it week by week, seeing the little adjustments, the little improvements have been wonderful to watch. So Kizzer versus T-Bola. Oh, gonna whip punish the slide right away. No cancel though.
Yeah, like you said, awareness, right? So this is probably a matchup that he plays multiple times a week. So I guess he just understands how ballsy T-Bola likes to get. T-Bola is one to really just like put you in the corner and then constant aggression here.
And I mean that's the character, right? You know, the corner mix is pretty good. Grabbing out of the EX counter.
Yeah, through the parry. Trying to just pressure up with Gun Flame. Still has some stocks to play with. Oh, nice. It's a full combo into the DP. Probably stock up again.
Yes. Oh, yes. But that's one of the things that maybe I think everybody needs to practice. If you do offense against Lwane, especially off of like a 2L, 5L, being able to react to the EX parry and then cancel the spot dodge is super important. You can't let Lwane get away with those. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Once again in the corner.
Yo, hold up. I thought these Vern weapons were banned. What's going on here, dude?
Are they really? I mean, Kizzer always uses it.
I think we banned him because of him. Oh, actually gets clipped by the missiles.
It's like Kizzer's been living in this corner this past game, but the EX slow option, Kizzer's one of Kizzer's favorite options, throws him back in the corner. Time to play. Iggy. Okay, blocks the rocks. Okay, try not to get caught by the green ball, blue ball. Okay, missed the spot dodge right at the end. Yeah, he was low on life, so he's about to get chipped out, but just missing that spot dodge. That's one of the key things when you're trying to play against Iggy. It's timing those spot dodges right, but that's easier said than done, especially online. Something Kizzer has been doing a really good job though is like beating out the bros when he calls the bro specials, trying to call them out. And the Catalina bots as well have been poking them out, but he's been getting hit still when trying to punish them. But T-Bola puts himself in the corner. This could be bad. Getting a lot of stray hits, but hasn't been able to confirm his Kizzer today. That missile situation has been burning him. He's been jumping and then getting caught by them at the end. Alright, triangle super. He's gonna back up. Yeah, spot dodge is another great way to deal with that as well, but couldn't run away from it. And T-Bola is on match point already.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that last match went to T-Bola?
Yes.
Sorry, I was gonna say wrong.
Okay, not a problem. But yeah, Kizzer finds the corner again, but just gets challenged by T-Bola. T-Bola has been really good week after week, just challenging setups. He's not gonna get it for free. Don't have to hold pressure for free if you're not gonna let me. The EX parry, not quite. Yeah, he's been using the EX Rekkas and the 5Ms to really pass their Kizzer crate, even though Kizzer, as Percival, has a lot of great normals at his disposal. Tries to put some damage on the triangle super, but tries to swing anyway. It's a lot of life to make up there. And T-Bola goes on to, I believe, winners finals at this point. So that was big. That was pretty quick. That was quick work.
Yeah.
You know, I sat there before the match complimenting Kizzer crate a lot, but T-Bola just ran a train through it that game.
Yeah, it was I don't know. Like, there's a lot of data that Kizzer is able to gather with the repeated matchups, you know, like twice a week. But T-Bola, like, really dominant on LKO last week. Did he win SSS last week, or was that Kizzer?
Kizzer won SSS. T-Bola hasn't really SSO too often. I think there was a couple times, but yeah, Kizzer enters damn near everything. So
okay. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, T-Bola, has won, you know, a handful of these LKO tournaments so far. I mean, his Lwane, that's the thing about Lwane, is that he's a character, he's obviously on the lower end in terms of strength, but he's still, you know, a character, if you don't practice against, he can really catch you off guard. And it's not that he's super weak in a sense, it's just that he's not stable. That's the best way I like people putting it, is that he has some strengths, but they're not stable. Yeah. So like, you know, Iggy, you know, you would rather have the super that you're able to tack on damage, and the same thing with his regular Skybound, but, you know, for what it is, it's still strong, it's just not stable.
Yeah, it's I think a lot of it is kind of similar to how, because he's kind of like the Faust character, right? Where it's a really, really strong character when things really go well for them. Not to say that Loane suffers the same problems that Faust does, like RNG, but it's more or less just those win conditions, like Mom and T-Bull. It doesn't really use her all too much, I would want to say. I think that's
he does use Triangle Super a little bit more than Iggy.
Yeah. But I would want to say, like you said, it's kind of just inconsistencies with that character. But
because like the character has like good tools, like 5M is a good poke. It just doesn't lead to as much as other characters. You know, the corner mix is good, but there's a lot of way out. You know, like that 2M is a good sliding move, but you know it doesn't lead to much. So like there's good tools here and there. They're just not put together as well as other characters. So unfortunately, it seems like in the bracket, some of our players got bodied by the PS4 update, not updating, unfortunately. But that lets us go into winners semis.
Yeah, it looks like we're able to go to already in top 8 territory. So with the winners semis, just because HB unfortunately could not get her game updated. I hope she figures out that issue by next week or whatever next tournament she wants to enter. But looks like up next we're gonna have Macho versus Set Series, which is a Midwest Movement matchup.
Yes. So yeah, this is a matchup. The last time I've seen them play was at a SSSO, and it was right around the time Macho was. It was like the fresh off the new pack, like a week after. So he was using Zoe, then switched to Lance, and Seth actually took it there. And usually some Macho is someone who usually takes it over Seth, so it was a big win for Seth. And Seth has been putting a lot of work, just outside of top 16, I believe, and last run in Rumble. So he's been putting in that work with the Ladiva, trying to get that sweep. And one big sweep can end it all as Ladiva. And interesting enough that Macho is going with Lancelot. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really played Hector or Macho this week too much.
Yep.
It's been mainly Zoe, and I told him, like, Lance, if you're gonna have a pocket Lance, it's not that any of his stuff is hard, right? It's just you have to stay sharp with him. So if you don't play him all week, you need to at least like put a time here or there into him, just to have that sharpness.
Oh, there's some of that sharpness right there. Already got out of any sort of command grab mix.
And yeah, that's the big problem for Ladiva, like having to hold all that, no tradition. So, especially without any meter. But one sweep could end it all. The big thing that Lance does have is that so ever annoying Q2H to get out of pressure, and a lot of pressure strings. So, and Macho's been playing very, very passive. Knows the danger of getting close to it, whatever. Yeah, just jumping back when he needs to, trying to use his movement. Oh, but one big sweep!
Like you said, that's all he needs, and already the momentum is going. Another sweep.
Great link. Yeah, you gotta guess 50-50 after you block, but two. That'll come.
Okay, yeah, just tries to opt out of the guess work, but trying to turn up the heat on his own. Get Seth into the corner.
Jump up, jump you. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Good options. Okay, trying to provoke something.
Real interesting use of just Macho trying to play a little passive, try to get that counter overhead. Set Series not fighting yet. With the jump U to go way back down. Oh, trying to jump out, and that's compared to how most Lance rounds go, that's a very, very slow Lance win round.
Yeah, there were a lot of instances that he just tried to back off, probably just trying to avoid anything sweep or headbutts that Seth was gonna try to approach with. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, situation off a challenge, but misses the link. Huge. Oh, trying to go for a reset. Macho got greedy.
I think Macho wants to match the damage, but he's gonna have to play it slow again.
Yeah, and like Set Series, okay, it's about to end right now, but Set Series had a life lead, so that's when Macho started going in a little bit more.
Oh no!
But reversal of fortune.
Knockdown.
Yeah, that's an easy situation. There it is. Now it's out. Yeah, I like using that 5U just to get on the other side, but still has to hold him next side.
Scoops his ass. All right, nice. Seth's staying alive, putting a board on the board himself in spectacular fashion.
I like that even he's not getting too flustered by all this movement Macho is using, even though it can lead to damage here or there. like I said, all he needs one, so that's where the patience comes in, right? And you find that one lariat, it could happen here, the 2-2H out of the pressure. But Seth is like blocking in these situations, but try to sweep.
Okay.
Getting caught low.
With the combo, the big combo start. He doesn't have the X Fireball to set up with. Tries to go for the overhead, but Seth was aware.
Oh, wow, challenge again. He's been really, really good with these challenges, but can't find the sweep, but still gets into a command grab. Anyway.
Is he going for another one? Okay, no.
Oh, I held up.
Okay, super into it. I don't know if... Yeah, okay.
It's a scale, and not quite, but at least spend it, because you're probably not going to get hit like that anytime soon again. So set up a fireball, yep.
Oh, got caught
other
on the other
side.
side. Damn, Macho.
Yes. I think that's one of the hardest things, especially if you're trying to run forward to take up that space, is just remembering, like, after the jump, to use that block button. I think that's something that even most, like, top-level players who come from backgrounds where you have to hold back to block still have to get used to, is using that guard button in situation, like quick twitch situations like that.
Okay, nice. Gets that sweep that he needs. Already spends the EXDP, so now it's all forward movement for him. He can't be on defense anymore until it comes back up, and that's right.
He tried to sweep again, but now Macho's keeping the block string, but there's a chance. Uh-oh, reverse of fortune. Here's the corner now.
Use the second headbutt to go underneath.
Oh, great job. And the sweep on the block on the sweep was money, because I could have just spelled that.
Macho's doing pretty decently with reading those SPDs and trying to avoid them. Yup, see? Yeah, I think any time that Seth has been trying to go into an SPD mix, he'll do a chain into it, you know? And then at that point, Macho's just very, very ready to jump. So Seth's gonna have to like break that pattern, because he's done it more than a few times. So hopefully he's able to come up with a new plan before he loses this set here.
And that's the hardest part about trying to pressure Lance as Ladiva, is that that 2-2H, if it's up and available, you have to make a very, very hard read in order to bait it out. So it makes your pressure, if you choose to do so, a little bit more reserved.
Oh! Stuffs his overhead.
No answer. This could be it. 1 EX headbutt. Oh, great challenge. You knew that was pretty much the string, so time to go in is Macho, but no confirmed into the sweep from... Oh, it doesn't matter. You're still gonna mash it anyway.
Okay, gets combo into the sweep.
Yep. Oh,
he
yeah,
held up
jumping that time, but drops. Oh, great 2H call out.
I think, yeah, he's dead here. Yeah, he tried to go for the anti-air command throw, but ended up doing regular one. And now punished it by taking the set.
Yeah, Macho gonna move on to winners finals. It's the hardest part. You saw a lot of you see those one situations that could spiral into a win for set series, but you know, Macho was good at cycling through his defensive options. You know, he blocked most of the time on a wake up, and then waited, like you mentioned earlier, waited for certain strings to finally 2-2H out of. So very, very flushed out defense from Macho. Really, really played that patiently. I think beforehand, he just tried to rush Ladiva down, but you know, you don't want to give too many chances of being up close. You want to really pick your spots, and I think he's really improved in that aspect from the last time I saw him play that matchup. So good stuff from Macho moving on to winners final.
Yeah, Macho really, you know, stayed well adjusted to Ladiva's pressure. If he was getting pressured at all, it was really smart of him to kind of play that opening round slow and like let Seth kind of overextend as much as possible and kind of bring out all the tricks in the book. But like you said, Seth has been practicing kind of non-stop. Both of these players are been hitting up like the same discords, trying to fight the same opponents and learn in the same ways, but Macho just a little bit more consistent. I want to say it could be attributed to his character too. I think the Lancelot Ladiva matchup can be a little rough with how many escape options Lancelot does have.
Yes.
And just the different ways that he can pressure, especially with that fireball after, like, for set play, it's hyper strong and it can really lock Ladiva down, which is not something that she, you know, wants to be done at all.
Yeah, it's something we talked about, is that, you know, maybe neutral wise, it's not too overwhelmingly in Lance's favor, especially with the damage disparity, but that 2-2H, man, just like a teleport out of the pressure that the Ladiva player has to very, very hard read call out, just gives a ton of breathing room if you do end up getting caught by a sweep by the Ladiva. So yeah, he definitely used that to great effect in that set.
Yeah, the different layers of like making a read between both of those players, like Seth would try to set up into a command throw that Macho was just ready for every time with the 2-2H, you know? So I think that Seth kind of just had a little bit more difficult time adjusting to that, or was just, it's kind of just like in SF5, like you just throw loop, right? Like, oh, does he really think that I'm going to go for a 4th throw? Does he really think that I'm going to do another auto combo into SPD? And Macho just guessed right, like every time. The different layers. Yeah. Like the Yomi, man, the Yomi. I'm telling you.
I mean, yeah, that's one of the, in any fighting game, if you have like a decent reversal option or a strong reversal option, just to be able to cycle, because you don't want to be too predictable with it, right?
Right.
So if you're able to like cycle, I think one of the things I watched like Sonic Fox do is like everybody talks about from like Dragon Ball, like when he down teched into buttons, like, oh, that's like, you know, a scrubby thing to do, but he always mixes it up so that when you're not expecting down tech into buttons, it comes out. So especially with that, in the same situation, when you're not expecting 2-2H, it'll come out, and when you're expecting it, he'll take the advantage. So no, yeah, good stuff. And it looks like Seth is gonna have to go back and run back to back. Going into the loser's back. He's gonna have to go up against Elven Shadow. He's gonna have to go against Fairy. I mean, look, he's played a ton of Fairies, and while this might not be in Ladiva's favor, this is one of the matchups where one sweep could like end it all.
Yeah,
like against Fairy.
Yeah, I mean, you're the Fairy connoisseur. Like, why don't you tell me a little bit how this matchup can go? Because like you said, one sweep can really end it all. But I feel like that's really how most matchups with Ladiva can go. What is it about Fairy that makes her exceptionally weak to this matchup?
I mean, just the whips, right? Like, it's hard to really do anything with the whips in mid screen. So she has to really make her way in. But the thing is, like, ideally, in a perfect theory sense, if you play perfect, Fairy wins, no doubt. But we're playing against humans, and that's not humanly possible. Because one sweep literally ends it all, especially with Fairy's nerf to DP, EX DP.
Right.
It's been hard, especially because if you miss one anti-air, then you don't have like backup anymore. Yeah. But Alpha Shadow using good job. GG is one of the better things to use here. Game, please.
Yeah, he's oh, huh, what the? Look, man. I had it set. I thought I clicked the button, but anyway, you guys didn't miss much. It was
you
just,
saw okay. So what you missed is you saw Alpha Shadow trying to keep out, but like one mix up in the corner, you see their life is already evened up. Not gonna quite get the punish on the Momo Super.
Okay, yeah. Wall Super is way behind, but now it's gone, and he actually got the sweep that he needed. Is this probably gonna... No.
One more guess. Oh, he tried to hold up.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. This is a button check round, but now this is a round. He's just gonna take that. But, like you said, he was using GG and really pressing buttons to kind of, like, keep Set Series out as much as he could. But it really just... Oh, okay. One scoop?
Yeah. Here's the big problem, like, if Seth makes it into, like, sweep range, this is danger zone, because sweep will just, like, cook any normal. Try to press, like, right there.
Oh,
and the
no,
EX
the back
DP get baited. Not dead yet, but, yeah, this is a tough situation to be without, like, that DP being nerfed, the startup. It's really hard to use as a wake-up option, just because a lot of characters can set up a safe 2L offense where you'll still get the meaty but also block in time in case they do EXP. Again, Seth has the momentum. Yikes, big yikes. Yeah, he's just walking forward. Wow, and this sweep right in your face. EX Beppo, please get off me, says Albert. Abade sweep, let's go. We're playing Ladiva,
yo. Dude, okay. Seth abandoning all strategy and tactics. He's throwing the brain out the window because that's what gets.
Like, see, if once you get into sweep range, it's hard to press anything, but you have to be very, very patient because obviously sweep is punishable on block. But
you know,
you want to press buttons.
Yeah, I cannot believe that right there. I think the one thing that we have to attribute is that Ladiva's 2U, her sweep, also has a lot more button priority than anything else that Fairy has, you know? So, because a lot of Fairy's buttons are downscaled in terms of
the priority now.
Oh wow. My goodness. Okay, he's ready with the jump back.
Being a little disrespectful on offense right now. Okay, good 2H punish on that. I'm not cancel anything. GG's out. Yeah, and actually it's getting close to like 1-2M into Super Skybomb, but decides to use Momo! Too close!
Okay, well, Setsu's takes the 2-0 over Elven Shadow.
I think the biggest thing there is that Elven Shadow was
whoa! He left! PS4 turn off, dude. Doesn't even go back to training mode. Just sure goes to another game, dude. He was like, fuck, I'm playing Rev, dude. I'm done.
Hardest part about that match is like, obviously, you know, if you have to punish those rolls, but like you just miss one roll and he's in sweep range and you press one button, then you could just get cooked. So good stuff from Seth. He has a very stubborn mindset where he's gonna sit at that sweep range and he gonna keep pressing it. If you don't block and punish, he's gonna keep pressing it.
Yeah.
If you don't punish well enough, he's gonna keep pressing it.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing about Seth is like when he is on offense, like you said, he just like steam train, just nonstop moves forward. You know, he just wants to keep that pressure and going. And that's the mentality that you want to have as a grappler. Like you're constantly moving forward. When you have that knockdown, it's constant mix, right? So and it's really interesting that he's playing like that because he has the same mentality coming from Laura from Street Fighter V, where it's kind of just like it's not necessarily mix or reset opportunities. He'll get the knockdown or he'll end a string early and then just that's the mix. He's in your face and that's it. You know, he doesn't really need to reset or really need to mix you up any other way. Like that basic form of just move forward constantly, like in your face, that's what works. And
yeah, a lot of bulldogging, a lot of just pressing that normal, that money maker normal. Once you have it in that range, it's hard. I attribute it to like a fastball. Like you know it's coming, but you have to be ready for it. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So
yeah. So, but thankfully he moves on through the loser side to take on the winner of this next match, which is going to be between Kizerkrate and Yamicorn. And unfortunately, it looks like HB was not able to fix her game. I think that at that point you probably just gotta like reinstall the game. I'm not entirely sure.
Really? Man.
But yeah, like if the update goes wrong, you probably just have to like redo the whole thing. But who knows? We might see her on the next SSS or the next week.
Yes.
So we'll see. SSS is still
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you get it's on PC now, right?
Yes, we have switched to PC for SSS Online just because Callisto has been doing a lot of PC events, like streaming PC events, and you know he has a very, very complicated setup on how to stream. You just might as well make it easy.
Oh, okay.
You know, going in between
I was curious
games and days.
If like the PC version of Granblue would just be much more optimal to run for tournaments, and I think one thing is just accessibility. Like, if we switch to PC, are there less players on PC or less of this community is on PC? So
the big thing that changes with PC is that you could turn VSync off, and that eliminates some of the lag. So with netplay lag, and then with VSync off, you get closer to offline PS4. Oh. It's not so much that Granblue PC is like a better version. It's just that you can turn VSync off and it eliminates some of that lag. So it gets closer to PS4 on a good connection, PS4 offline. So that's kind of it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but like you said, the accessibility, I mean, I'm able to run the PC version on the computer I'm running now, but it's on very low settings. It definitely looks a lot prettier in PS4. But I'm still able to play it, so. But
yeah. All right, well, we'll stay on PS4 just to make sure that everybody is able to join. Yes. I mean,
I think a couple people got by or gate kept by it switching to PC. Not too many people, but there were a couple handful that did have to, you know, bow out of SSS Online. So yeah, it's good to see like have a mix throughout the week of PC. I see a lot of PC tournaments, PS4 tournaments. It's hard. I feel like there needs to be a resource in finding these online tournaments because there's so many. Right?
There are, right? I feel like there could be, hint, hint, wink, wink, a website that you could go to really just like find out all of the local streamers, local tournament pages, maybe even a Discord where you can just like post all of the community tournaments. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want such a Discord, you can join the Low Kick Discord. If you are running a community tournament, we do have the community tournaments tab in there. So like anything that is happening, not just in the Midwest, but like anybody who, you know, is in here to just play games and is running a tournament, you can go in there and drop your tournament. Because, you know, as long as it, like you're able to be, like as long as this community and everybody that is in here is able to join it and play it, because like if you're doing a tournament in Thailand, probably don't put it in there. You know what I'm saying? But unless it's Skullgirls, you know, because it works.
Oh.
So, or Fighting Girls. But yeah, we do.
But not Granblue.
Yeah, but definitely not Granblue. But we do. There is a place for everybody to kind of just like share and have it all centralized. But for everybody to kind of be on the same page about it, I think that's something that we'll all work towards advertising. I feel like we just got to advertise better because Callisto, like, his marketing is somehow so godlike considering it's just him.
Yeah.
And D basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's like a one-man army doing everything, and that's the thing about Callisto, is like a lot of things he does is like it looks beautiful, it's well run, it's like it wasn't good enough. That's the thing. Like one mistake it'll haunt him. So he really lives to like perfection, those types of things.
I think that's one thing that somebody who is kind of used to being so independent like that, where they kind of want to cover all of the ground and they don't ask for help. Like Callisto notoriously doesn't really ask for help, even if it's just like setting up or breaking down his setup. Like even at the locals, he's just like, I got it, you know. So I can understand like, oh, if one thing goes wrong, he's just like really adamant about fixing it and making sure it never goes wrong again. But being that on top of your game at all points in time, like, and constantly like looking inward and making sure that things go well for the sake of everybody else, like that's a pillar. That's a pillar mentality, and that's a pillar, you know. Like he's such a good resource for everybody. So you know, but you know, we all can't host things like SSS or LKO. We're all, I
mean,
we all try. But
if you can't beat that one-man army, you do have to build an army. Has built a very respectable army in that sense.
I mean, speaking of one-man army, you and Midwest Movement are essentially a one-man thing, you know?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the problem is, I mean, if we're gonna get into that, because we're trying to find our other player to go up against Kizercrate.
Yep.
It's just been taking a break from it just because I don't want to push something during a pandemic. I don't want to push people to buy anything during a pandemic. It's not really what I think most people need to be spending their money on. Obviously, if you still want to support it, you can, but I think, you know, there's other important things, especially because, you know, we're selling apparel, and it's not like we have anywhere really good to go to show off that apparel and wear new clothes. So it's just something I've been struggling with, because obviously a lot of people have been putting more work into, like, you know, the businesses and all that, but it's just something I'm not comfortable with pushing too much right now during a pandemic. So
yeah, it makes up.
If you haven't heard much from MWM, I had like a lot of ready to go. That's the reason why.
Yeah, we're trying to like make sure that everybody is spending responsibly, or even like is able to have the money to spend responsibly. Yeah. Me, I'm buying a bunch of stream stuff and microphones and mixers and all this other crap. And then dude, earlier on this stream I went quiet because I ordered Amazon groceries and then they showed up. I was like, who's calling me, dude? It's like the Seattle number. I forgot that was like my Amazon groceries. So I had to yell across the room or across the house. I'd be like, Jay, go get my groceries, dude. But I'm trying my best to like stay on top of like not ordering. I know I said I ordered like Panda Express like way too many times, but it's like I'm also trying to like get groceries, stay on top of those, stay on top of like cooking and eating well, and just like me being inside so much. Oh, we have the match. Oh, thank God.
I think they went to winners, it seems like. So while we were waiting on that, I think they just said, you know what, let's run our winners finals. I didn't get a sneak peek of who's playing.
Yeah, it looks like
it's Macho versus T-Bola.
Nice. All right, cool. This is a match that we see very, very often here on LKO. Yes. So, but Macho going with the Zoe.
There's been a lot of grand finals where it goes back and forth, but Macho sticking to that Zoe. Obviously, we played Lance against Ladiva, but been straight Zoe. I don't think I've seen Macho play Zoe against T-Bola yet, so it should be interesting. Here we go. Try to charge right away, and T-Bola goes straight into the EX record. Doesn't want to deal with that, but challenged by Macho. That's one of the things he's been having to learn, is using that just the 5L to try and challenge. It's something that's one of the only options Zoe has. Wow, big DH right there. Oh man, that EX Rekka has been catching a lot of people. Gets caught by the bro, unblockable.
Oh my God, the damage. It's not even like all one combo, but it's just huge damage. That's death. Immediately. Damn. 30 seconds. So fast towards T-Bola.
Yeah, the thing about trying to deal with that is that you try to spot dodge, but also if you're gonna try to block overhead first. The low option is a little bit.
Okay, actually whips at EXDP, but no punish from T-Bola's end.
Yeah, it's very hard to time a spot dodge where you'll be in the plus 6. A little hard. I like the spot dodge from Macho to get rid of the bros, but finds himself in the corner. Oh, blocked. Catalina block, great challenge.
Yeah. Okay, throws in instead of taking that mix up. Oh, wake up!
Wow, so I talked about last match T-Bola was in.
Interrupted the super with the missiles, and he lost that momentum just as fast. Okay, he just called mom. He's just like, you know what? I lost.
Macho is very low on high. It's gonna be very hard to not take any damage. Spot dodge is just a little too early in that situation. T-Bola is gonna take game 1. That's the hardest part because one of the more optimal things to do is run forward at first. But the problem is that you could get hit by the rocks, or if you mistime the spot dodge on the green ball, then you're gonna take a ton of damage. And
yeah.
That's really what it is. It's a lot of timing things. It's a little bit harder online, of course, but something that, you know, looks like still a lot of people are struggling with. Like, it's still something that's going to catch people off guard. It's very, very hard to not take any damage during that super.
Right.
So I think your best bet is to have a decent life lead. And then when it comes out, you know, you take your risks on the spot dodge where you can. Like, you could take, you know, a chip from a green ball here or there. Try not to use... you could also take chip from blue spear if you have a lot of life to give. But it looks like Macho is going to go straight into Lance and wants to... I think that's also one of the strategies, anti-Iggy strategies, is to not let him have Iggy and rush him down so he doesn't get the 100% and can't activate. So let's see if that's how it's going to turn out. Going straight back to Lance.
Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, T-Bola likes to start off with either slide or the EX Eureka. And oh, clash, clash, clash.
Yep.
Oh, try to get out. At least he's out of the corner, but took a lot of damage trying to get out.
Oh, tried to hit him with a sweep, but swooped into Rekka. Already has him in the corner again, but does the triangle sweep.
Tried to wake up overhead, and yeah, he's gonna get punished for that. And get hit by the overhead.
Damage sends him out.
Yeah, 2-2-H trying to. Yep, I figured he was gonna try to throw him back in the corner. Overhead reset. And you know, that's the big thing, is that this does a pretty penny amount of damage, but it's probably one of the highest starters that Lance can get. And so there's still a decent amount of life to get through for people. Oh!
Double whiff throw.
Yeah.
Okay, with the parry. Dude, the life lead has been about the same for so long now. Still the first round of this match. Okay. Oh! Actually jumps the parry. Or jumps the throw. Oh no.
Wow, just cut low. Yeah, just a lot of situations that Macho just really, really tentative pressure. But I'm also not sure why, because he didn't even have the parry, even though you can bait that out when you're doing offense. Yeah, challenges the jump U from Macho. Gonna put himself in the corner. Yeah, kept it 2L, 2L low. Yeah, the corner mix is just going off and off.
Okay, finally gets himself out of that corner. No, with the parry though.
I'm not unsure of the situations you can as Lance, but there's a lot of situations that I feel like where you could still have time to spot dodge if you react quick enough.
You think he's gonna switch to... No, okay, he's staying. I was gonna say, you think he's gonna switch to Matera?
Yeah. I mean, that's what he's tried in the past to do, but I feel like I've told him that it's hard to have a Matera as a third character. That's a very special, like, specialized type of character. It's hard to just keep Sharp as a third character. So...
The air throw, getting hit by air throw is very, very demoralizing. But
man, just using that 5M is so great. Normal, it just doesn't so much, but Macho trying to put something together, gets the overhead count again.
So the SBA is going to do a decent chunk of damage and put him in the corner. Okay, just
Alright, Iggy, time to put. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay,
nice.
Great jump over the rocks, but yeah. Okay, he's gonna take the chip, trying to jump over, get into blue spear. He needed to spot dodge that last blue spear. It was the last situation.
Yo, he looked so ready to spot dodge that last one. I felt like he had it. But did a good job mitigating all that damage, but he's right back into the next round. The constant pressure from Granblue.
Kept the block string tight so he couldn't punish, but punish on the catalyst bot there and Macho has the corner trying to use that lance pressure. Oh, didn't get the counter. Man, he's been money with the counter overheads, but yeah, that's the big thing is that even with all those, catching all those techs, he still hasn't found it into a round win. Double overhead. This is not gonna kill probably, and he's gonna have to deal with Iggy, or I could be wrong.
Not gonna kill.
Nope.
He might wake up Iggy. Oh, okay. Didn't even get a chance. Stupid. All right.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the best things. One of the best chip out moves in the game. EX Rekka, because you can make it so that there's a 1 frame gap in between all those hits. So if they get to 1 HP, it'll chip.
Okay, in the corner, Lee is there. Nice
again.
actually punish throw.
So he's getting a little dicey.
Yep, he's away to buff. Super's looking high. You got the fireball too. Probably gonna EX fireball. There it is. Parries it. Punishes the parry. Oh no, but he's in the corner now, and this is really
and now Iggy is online, but I think he wants to get a little life gone before he goes into Iggy. Wake up!
Oh no, dude, the second time it's happened. Okay, just bust out Iggy. Full command too.
Yeah, alright, here we go. He has a lot of life, so he doesn't have to take too many risks with these spot dodges. I like the jump forwards. Yeah, and mitigated just barely. One more situation, yep, and now it's out.
Yeah,
but
it is out, but he's still at that level of life where it's really
oh no, 2
kidding me.
But low damage from Lil Run up overhead to seal the deal. T-Bola 3. Oh.
Are you kidding? That's alright, look, if Macho were to just kick the router in that moment, I'd be like, I get it, I understand. But good games to both of these players. Macho still alive, just going to move down into the losers bracket. So he's got some time to go grab some water or, you know, turn on the Game Shark, whatever he's got to do to be able to...
the lag switch.
Yeah, dude. But there was a little bit of a couple of spikes going on in that one.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it happens. It's going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it. These are free tournaments. So, unfortunately, we'll have to take, you know, we'll have to roll with the punches. But you can donate to the Match Arena if you do want to give some bucks to these players for going through this net play hell that we're in now.
Yeah, it's we're in this, you know, we're in this for kind of the long haul. But like you said, I appreciate you bringing that up too. Yeah, feel free. You can use command !Matcherino in the chat if you want to swing by that Matcherino and talk to everybody that's in the bracket, and you want to help out anybody that's coming out on top. Here, let me do the switch where we're gonna talk about ads really quick. You can use command !Matcherino to get over to the Matcherino page. We've got a free code there set up for you guys. You can use LKO or LKO9 GBVS, I think that's the code, to get a free 50 cents in there. If you want to add to the pot for the winners, feel more free to do that. We also have the week 10. Oh man, I don't know if that ad was set up yet. But if you are here for Granblue, but you want to check out all the other streams that are going on too, we do have Tekken 7 going on over on the main channel. We do have Street Fighter 5 going on Ham's stream, and then we do have Mortal Kombat 11 going on the Free Hectic stream. And then also, if you want to donate to us directly, you can do so over. You can use !, donate low kick in the chat. If you want to do some to the staff directly, we're always happy to throw these on. Like, obviously these are free events, and we're just more than happy to like give you guys the opportunities while we're dealing with all this. You don't have to, you know, throw anything our way, but if you want to show your support, we're not gonna ask, but it's there. The option is there. And then lastly, we do have EX Saturdays tomorrow at 5 p.m. now. We've switched over to the afternoons because some of us have jobs. And a lot of us can't really make it during the daytime. And also, I don't like waking up early. So at 5 p.m. is probably just a little bit more optimal. But yeah, we're going to make it back on over to the match.
Yes.
Thanks.
So yeah, we're actually going to go back into the losers quarter sides of things. We were waiting on a match, so we decided to run winners finals. But now we're back at the losers quarter. So we're going to have a 2 out of 3 match. And the winner of this is going to have to immediately play semis match. And so we'll see Yamicorn versus Kizzer Percival versus Matera. I mean, this is a match that Kizzer is very, very familiar with, playing against Chris Chaos probably many times a week. So
yeah,
we'll
Chris
see.
Chaos,
of course,
Matera specialist too, so like really strong data to gather from him. One of the stronger Materas over in the North America region too.
Yeah.
So really we'll see how Kizzer is able to apply that, but who knows how Yamicorn switches things up. I feel like it's a really difficult matchup in and of its own, just because of how hypermobile. God, is this TOS? Of how hypermobile Matera can be and how good she is at keep out. But Percival, just like a really strong tool set all around, and things get really scary with stocks. And Kizzer is also banned from next week's LKO if he continues to use the bird weapon. So,
but yeah, the big thing is that, you know, once Percival pushes to the corner, obviously without that nice reversal on Matera's side, he can be in a world of hurt. I like the way Kizzer is already maneuvering around the butterflies, around the arrows, and he has the corner now. Stock up, yes sir.
Yeah, man, Kizzer is just not afraid at all. He's been able to keep her in this corner basically the entire time, which is with a slow walk up, and now just buttons. Dang.
Yeah, you could run as Percival at that point. You could just run your off. There's nothing to really fear. Everything you do will probably safe jump a Skybound or a Super Skybound. So it's really on Yamicorn to never get put in the corner, which is way easier said than done.
Yeah.
Trying its best, but
oh god, hits low and then just goes for the walk-up throw to immediately just begin the lockdown. And now it's really just
funny. You have to guess right on like trying to challenge out with a 5L or I guess a spot dodge too, but none of that. Getting command grab. I can't even talk fast enough to explain how bad Yamicorn is getting mixed, but you have to hold that.
You kind of just gotta hold that. You know, in instances like that, you just take that round, you chalk up what went wrong, or you just frame rematch and pretend it never happened, okay? But already with the command dash forward, Yamicorn immediately backs off knowing where it is.
Great DP on the assault forward from Yamicorn, and this is a familiar scene that we've seen. Yamicorn in the corner, holding all this pressure. About a 5M pokes from Kizzer to just harass and get counter hit on the EXO, but misses the punch. That could have been an EX up arrow. That would have been important to get out of that corner. Unfortunately, not quite. Kizzer gonna go into match point.
Kizzer with the lockdown, just keeping her in the case. She's a peacock, Kizzer. You gotta let her fly. All right, there she goes, flying with the assaults. Now gets hit in the corner.
Reversal fortune. Kizzer has that TP available. Yeah. I think he'll take that trade every time. At least you're not taking a mix. But finally, Kizzer is on a life deficit and a slide in. Here we go.
Up throw. Okay, nice. The slide just.
Oh, no confirm though. But has a strong life lead. Big DP though. Yeah, a lot of room for Yamicorn to move about, but now he's dangerously close to the corner, and this is bad.
Yeah, real dangerous now. Got him in the corner. Again, it's just his game.
Great block on the empty jump low.
Okay. It got really risky. Oh, I think, no, it wasn't cross up, but actually got the hit. Couldn't convert, just a little too high.
Ooh, just running in, try to give that EX low. Great block.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice.
Okay,
great.
nice. Yamicorn stays alive. Okay, not so bad. I think, yeah, once they're able to get out of the corner, Yamicorn is able to kind of just like slowly get the lead back. Oh, the DP, but trades with the butterfly.
I think that's worth it on Kizz's end, just because you're not taking the mix after. You're gonna take a little bit of damage, but it pushed to the corner. But Yamicorn has the confirm into a throw. Okay, here we go. Great empty block on the empty jump low, but these throws have been adding up for Yamicorn. Yeah, and it's not worth it there when you lose the round.
Yeah, I didn't want to trade into the butterfly that time, and actually gets it tied up. Yamicorn, Kizzer crate. Here we go. Now we have a match. That first match, he just framed the rematch because it really just never happened.
See a little bit of antsiness coming from Kizzer crate. Yamicorn's smartly adjusting. Oh, finally DPing that throw. Doesn't want to deal with the throw, and now we're going straight to the corner. This looks more familiar, but it's great. Yeah, that's the big thing, is that just finding those spots to challenge money, but find yourself back in the corner.
Oh, okay. Plunges into it. Yamicorn gets caught. Now it's with super. It might not kill. It scaled a lot.
Yep. But it's a precarious situation for Yamicorn.
Oh, he tried to butterfly?
Yeah, maybe like an errant, like he accidentally got skill butterfly trying to do like a skybound or super skybound because that was a big gap that Kizuke put in that block string. So. Oh, big! I like the close M, I believe, from Kizuke to anti-air the assault.
Cut her down again.
Yeah, big 5H swings.
Tried to dash out, but got caught with the tail end of the gun flame.
Trying to use that 2M to bust out, but not quite. And Kizer has been done a really good job of caging in on this corner. Scaled heavily, but missed combo.
Overhead. That's it.
Overhead.
Kizuke takes it.
Yeah, good back and forth match, but yeah, Kizuke shows that, you know, just needs to push the corner and just run the mix.
Yeah. Well, great job for both of these players. Yamicorn getting sent home. Well, sent to the,
back to the couch, I guess.
Yeah, back to the, maybe training room. Who knows? Or sent to get a soda from the fridge. But up next we have set series against Kizuke. So let's see if
these two have played countless times in bracket, probably outside of bracket too. But man, there's just something about this match. Like they played in like somehow they always get matched up. Like even though it's a cross NA or at least East Coast of NA, they get matched up at Ronin Rumble, SSO. It happens a lot, and it's been kind of back and forth. But it's always interesting to see, especially if Seth with Lodiva gets the knockdown. It's been the times that Kizer has succeeded, he's been really stubborn with the DPs, but the times he hasn't, he's been, one DP gets baited and it's been thrown out the window. So we'll see how it goes this time. A lot of mind games. These players very, very familiar with each other. Percival versus Lodiva. Let's get it.
Yeah, two very, very familiar players. Not only did they fight here a lot last week on LKO, but I'm sure they fight very, very often in SSS, right?
Yes, SSS, and like I said, Ronin Rumble. All of East Coast, and so they get matched up there a lot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why.
Yeah, this isn't a matchup that I see too very often. I can imagine that it goes both ways, probably, because Kizer's the type of player, like, once he has the lead, then he just moves forward. So is Seth. And both of those characters really kind of just tailor that playstyle for them. So, I guess really, whoever can... Whoa!
He rolled the 5-8? He gave me a 5-8. He didn't round start 5-8.
Yeah.
He waited.
Yeah, neither of them really round start moved anything, but I think they were just in each other's heads there.
Because they're understanding that at that range, Seth really loves to press sweep, and that's why he got this situation, because he blocked and punished it. Wow, went under with the EX low? Okay, it's an answer.
That's pretty smart. Oh, okay.
Went for the command grab. Big challenge from Seth! Sure, reset! Sweep. Help.
Okay, scoop one. Somebody call Haagen-Dazs. I want another one. Oh! He got it! The big scoop! Dude, the jumbo scoop on top. Is this is gonna...
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Dude, remember this game came out and everyone was doing the countdown? Live? That was so sick.
Yeah, in person?
Dude. Just wait. Breaker 2021, we're all gonna be counting down. Stadium Live. Oh,
but
okay.
Kizer and Seth are not waiting. There's been no respect on Wake Up yet.
Okay,
oh my god, he woke up, ran off. Come on.
Okay, gets to the headbutt. Knockdown. Still dangerous.
Oh, the big scoop. He walked back, walked forward into the scoop.
He's good.
Oh, okay. Big DP. There we go. Oh, big 5M counter hit punish.
Yep, it's
gonna do a chunk, but not quite. But he has the whole screen.
What the? To
run forward. I was gonna say he has the whole screen to kind of sit back, but he forward and grab. Great block and chunk.
Dude, spent that DP real early. I mean, it just comes right back.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. If he heavily in his favor, but sometimes that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, great challenge by Seth. There's no respect here, man.
But it's still okay. He's still in front. Like, he's still there. Baits the DP that time.
There's the big... Oh, but no.
Oh,
still
has reset. Yeah. Oh, okay. Scoop number 2. Baskin Robbins, I want 3 scoops. Oh my god, no!
Oh, caught the jump. Yeah, I tried to hold up again.
Okay. That's okay. We got 2 scoops and then we got some sprinkles afterward. That was fine. Kept him in the corner. Close out
The hardest
round.
part, you don't want to second guess your defensive options on what you're doing, but sometimes if you're too stubborn, you're gonna keep getting mixed. It's like, how is a grappler player in my head so often?
God, I hate grapplers, but it is cool, man.
DP. Okay, he's not deterred. I like to see that. He's not deterred, but put back at the headbutt. Uh-oh, try to hold up. There it is. He's still holding up. I like it.
Actually, this auto combo, but gets himself out of it that time.
Okay, and to jump low.
Not gonna kill, but still within range. I think Seth is still within range if he gets one kill. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, he still jumped.
I was gonna be so tragic if he actually landed the SSBA in that fashion and it killed.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Alright, Kisser on the board, like he's being stubborn with his defense. I like it. DP out of the string. I like it. That's the thing. You can't let, because you're gonna guess wrong sometimes. You know, against a grappler, you're gonna guess wrong sometimes. You can't let it discourage you. But you could guess wrong here and die. But
DP's on stop. He can't. He had it. You could have baited it, dude. Come on. Okay, nice. He goes low. Beat DP
again. No reset for you. Big though.
Tries to get him into the corner. He's there now. Big danger.
Oh, almost linked that counter hit confirm, but not quite. No 2. It's really hard to 2H if they do jump M early.
The moment Seth presses a button into a string, he's gonna DP out of it. I knew it!
Oh, he did! But he held it. He only did one hit.
He held it.
Great, great block on the EX. Low challenge with the.
Okay, got kicked. Is Seth gonna take it right now?
It's the round start. 5H. It's a block. Great punish.
Yeah, DP.
DP, yeah. Don't do too many headbutts on me. There is a 2H we've been looking for.
Yeah, that was a really nice 2H conversion into the corner too.
Yeah, this is big. Godiva doesn't have many options to get out of this.
Doesn't have a lot of
guess on a button, but he guesses wrong. That's 1-1.
Man, let's go, Kizzer. Okay, he's staying alive. Staying alive. He just turns his brain off too. You gotta play like a grappler to beat the grappler, right? Become the grappler.
I mean, it's not even about turning your brain off. It's more of like you can't let you guessing wrong get in your head from what you want to do. You have to be confident in your answers. Sometimes you're gonna be wrong. It's gonna happen against a grappler, but you can't second guess yourself against a grappler.
All
Otherwise,
you do is just do it again. That's what it is.
Oh, he almost walked up the block off the neutral. Good lord.
Okay, sweep. Oh, too far for the scoop.
Oh, you wild.
There you go. Just
DP, yeah, doesn't want to deal with that block chain much.
Nope.
Gotta miss input on the gunflame.
Okay, actually held it that time.
Yeah.
Punish.
He's still holding up. Sweep.
Wait, you pressed the button.
I think he 2-0, but he had time to block.
Oh my
Slow,
god.
but
He's so
hard to
far,
punish. Oh, he knew.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. If you don't know exactly the range yourself, you might whiff. And Kisser knew exactly where it was gonna be. Okay, got to jump in. Okay, counter hit confirmed. Nope, not quite.
He tried to 2H.
2H.
Ooh, held it. DP. Oh, let's go. Misses the knockdown.
Sweep,
That's okay.
Though, but still has pressure. Oh, he held the sweep.
You have to assume that if it's up, he's gonna do it at this point.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you do it at the right timing against block EX headbutt.
Okay.
Oh,
Out of
doesn't
it.
get the sweep though.
Doesn't
Yeah, he waited and yeah, that was big. In that last situation right there, he waited because he was trying to bait out a DP. It was gonna be enough.
Kids are tough, man.
But you see the effect that so many DPs had on that pressure. That last situation, Seth had some pressure. He waited. He wanted to wait for a DP. Kizzer jumped back and had all the space in the world to work. That's what you do when you establish DP very early against a grappler. It gets them that twinge moment where they're going to try to bait it out, and it gives you a lot of time, so you're not just running mix after mix. So good stuff from Kizzer. That was a slobber knot.
Yeah, it really was, man. Like, as the matches kind of progressed, and you could see Seth's offense kind of really fall apart, and like you said, because of how like consistent he was with those DPs, or like the successful DPs, it really made Seth sort of second guess himself and what kind of strings he was able to do. We were even able to just like make calls like, oh yeah, he's gonna DP out of this, and then he would, you know. So Seth was most likely asking himself the same questions, which when you are trying to build momentum and you're just like slowly second guessing yourself, it all just cascades because your opponent is able to just build it in the meantime. So like, good job on him, but Kizercrate was just able to keep that mental fortitude up until then and took it over him. But now we're at the fated match. Yes, we see this.
Yeah, interesting enough, Macho. Oh, I think that's what I was about to say. I think it was interesting because I feel like he's been using Zoe in versus Percival. I think he forgot to like switch over to his character. So I'm assuming that's what happened.
Yeah, he said wrong character and he has to go to the bathroom, so... Because
I'm about to say, like, Kizer is very, very well-versed in the Lance matchup. We've seen him play against, like, Monarch, we've seen him play against Macho, a bunch of other Lancelots, and he's always impressed me with how he deals with those. So, yeah, he's had wins over Macho. Pretty consistent. So.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, damn.
Two perfects in a row, bro. Yeah. What the hell was that, dude?
Woo, Kizer, alright, slow down.
Kizer, right. I see you, man. That was pretty good.
Yeah, most likely gonna go have that Zoe versus Percival. I haven't been able to see these two play in a while. It's been like we were talking about how SSS Online, which happens every Saturday during quarantine, I guess. But we see Macho kind of got gate cut for not being able to play on PC, so we haven't been able to see these two players play in a while. And in that time change, Macho has put a lot of time into Zoe, so we will see how that pans out. Zoe versus Percival. I mean, I think Percival has a lot of these big range normals that he can use, but if Macho is able to keep that dragon meter up, the little dragon, 2-3-6-8.
Yeah, if he's able to keep dragon up, if he's able to like even position it as well, because there are a lot of times that we would see in previous matchups where people would try to like stay away from dragon. They would try to like dash through laser or dash behind dragon to subvert that pressure, and then Macho still keeps it at a range where they can't do so, right? Or if he's able to do something tricky like put the dragon behind, on the wake up. So let's see how Macho's able to do it already.
Because they're already establishing deep last, and in the corner is Macho. The big problem for Zoe doesn't have a reversal, so we're gonna have to hold a lot of this pressure. Has to find a way to like kind of jab out, mash out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good awareness by Kizer. Once you see the dragon on screen, if she does try to set up the laser in neutral, like doesn't actually like try to block stream into it, you can just button it and then it stops the laser completely. So I think Macho's gonna try to slow things down a little bit and just stall out. Oh no! Wow, he just had the range to do that.
Yeah, and when you're walking forward or trying to run forward again, kind of a little mix-up because they can do that invincible follow-up, but it is punishable if you spot. Oh wow, nice. They still got hit.
Yeah, still got hit.
Yeah, another 2-3-6-H. Dragon meter is about to run out. I wonder if he's gonna can charge some. Let's see. No, he just uses it, and it's gonna be out after this.
Laser? He's dead. He's dead. That was really smart. Knew it was going to get eliminated. That dragon meter was going to empty out as you pointed out, but he still got the setup into the throw combo. That was clean.
The throw does so much damage in the corner after that lazy setup. Great jumping from Macho. Here we go. Big DP. Not afraid. I've been liking that. And a roll through to get to the EX, to punish the EXDP. So rough news for Macho. Oh, chicken guarded the jump U to almost punish. Great 5M though. There's been money with the 5M. Tried 2H, but the jump U changes timing. Here we go. Macho has the corner, but no 2H.
Bro. Set up. That's
command grab. Scales a lot. I'm not sure. Oh, I might.
Oh! Okay, hold on. It's Macho's game to lose, man.
This is big. Oh my god, this is big. 2H.
How did that not land?
Confirm into dust loop.
Okay.
Nice. It's dangerously close to chip. There it is. Oh, that was so important that he got that confirmed. He had the hit.
He did have the hit, and also it was just a little too high for the laser to catch too. I think that Macho did have a combo ready if that laser was gonna catch, but that was really clean.
Both stock up and charge around start. Ooh,
That's
getting a little greedy.
Yeah.
Alright, using that lightning. That lightning is a little harassment tool that can be used, but you don't want to use it first of all, because if you're just gonna give him the space, you're gonna stop.
Yeah, he's gonna probably like command dash towards you or just like run up 5M. That covers a lot of ground really fast.
Yeah. But yeah, lightning's still good to harass here. They're switching sides. There's Macho trying to harass, so he can keep it not in time for the 2 each big confirm to stop up or not. Can decide to go. Yes. Decide to go to setup and kill. Gun butt it.
Just outside SSPA range too. I wonder if Macho's got a combo ready to be able to kill him. Maybe not mid-screen.
Trying to challenge the EX low. That is mine. Oh, spot dodge. He wanted to bait out DP. Oh, he missed confirm. What's the punish on this? Oh, that was so risky, but it worked out. DP though.
Oh. Okay, he's in chip range.
Not chipping. Oh, the lightning! Such a good. That's a very good closeout too. Because if you're trying to run under it, you're probably not gonna get through in time if you don't read it right away and straight into it. That is minus, but the DP's out anyway. Okay. EX low because it gets confirmed. Because they're trying to cage in. He does a good job with cage corner. A little pressure overhead. Oh, trying to challenge
actually. Oh, he didn't confirm. He didn't have much setup.
And I like that he got the dragon up, the 236H out, and decided to change position!
Nice triple clash, but he actually comes out on top with the super. This might kill. Yeah, there it is. Alright, Kids are putting a board over, pointing the board for himself. This is loser's final, so he's not quite in the win screen yet.
Oh, starts out with the Rekka. Like the challenge for Kizzard, not fighting on the little Rekka series. Alright, decides to stock out. Last time it didn't work out. And he went for the sound. 2H. 2H. Can't really jump at after throwing that dragon, so you can't jump it.
Yeah, I just wanted to store it, so. Get some
jump. And we're to the corner. This is huge. One dragon setup. Are you getting thrown? No, you got low. You're dead. Oh, not quite. Okay. One more setup.
Oh my god!
Empty jump low.
That was sick. Opening up twice in a row. Macho actually getting really good mix there in the corner. Puts a point on the board for himself. Damn, that was nice. Yeah, he went low twice.
Yes.
That was really smart.
I mean, famous shit, Justin Wong. Famous for just going low. Sometimes it's the best option. Just go low. And I like that start. The 236M, the start is gonna catch that stock up right away. He noticed that. Big punish on the second hit of the record. Oh, overhead.
Not even counter hit. It's actually
he's been challenging after getting hit by overhead. I'm really curious on what he's trying to do.
Full stocks.
Oh man, grab.
He's gonna spend that meter. Yep, there it is. Okay, now starting this match off very dominantly.
Yes. Sometimes those Percy rounds happen. You get guess wrong in the command grab. It happens. He has a lot of options.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, Kisser does not want to let him charge that dragon. Control the corner.
Hyper aggressive right now. I mean, he does have like a decent amount of dragon stocked up, but let's see how he's able to use it. Rekka into the dragon setup. Switches sides for the laser and actually gets 2 5Hs. Knocks him into the corner. Next laser setup.
What a bait! That was huge.
Yeah, he's
and going to Skybound.
Yep, there it is. Nice. This is gonna kill 2. A lot of damage. Despite how
that one does a lot. But that's a big thing is that, you know, once Macho fought out of the corner and got a mix-up, you know he's going to switch sides because he wants the corner. Great.
Okay, now Macho doesn't want him stocking up.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, if you let Zoe too much, the neutral goes straight into her favor with dragon stuff as available.
Okay, got him in the corner. We've seen Macho fight his way out of this one before, though. It doesn't challenge this time, so he's able to actually get those blocks and actually buttons his way out. Just give himself some breathing room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that.
Build some meter. Empty dash.
Yeah, Sonic Mission for now is one of his favorite things. Switching sides to go. One mix-up. You go overhead.
Yeah, he's done.
2L canceled into the Universal ult. Take game 3.
Yep. Let's see if Macho's able to close this one out. Kizzer fights his way back. I don't think if Kizzer wins this, I don't think we'll see him switch. I think Macho's very comfortable here.
I always believe, especially like 2-2, you don't switch the character. It's not the move. You usually never. Okay. Wow, he's really challenging that 2-3-6H. That's really interesting. And Dragon Meter is just about out. Yeah. This is huge. So yeah, he wanted to take a risk. Yeah. This has a lot of blocks on him, but very easy to punish still. Yeah, he took a big risk the moment Dragon Meter went out. That's someone that people will act differently, especially Zoe players when they have Dragon Meter or when they don't. Yeah. Well, more willing to take a risk when there's no Dragon Meter because they know they don't really have.
Yeah, Macho's definitely the type of the player where he doesn't let no Dragon Meter dissuade him. He will still try to find ways to offense, you know, whether it be through lightning or just, I guess, SSBA in neutral. But he did it. All right, EXP chooses his way through. Still has Dragon Meter to play around with. There it is. Lasers out there.
Yeah, and sometimes when you get that knockdown to set up that, you're not trying to set up a mix-up mid-screen positioning. It makes them back up. It has all this positioning. Life is pretty even. Okay, blocks the EX low, challenges. People have trouble challenging that, including myself. But it is minus. Okay, got the 2M confirmed.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't know what that was supposed to be.
Still pretty
Ooh, 2H when that counter hit.
Oh
yeah.
my
This thing is so fast.
Yeah, that's not gonna kill, but that's huge for him.
Gonna set up something with the dragon. Yep, 2-3-6H. Yeah, you just get the pressure and the positioning, but don't don't run into it.
Yeah, because there's still hitbox on the side. Okay, nice. Macho poised to take the set, move on to grand.
Oh, again, they both start with either charge
or like 5H. You know?
Oh yeah. Okay, overhead. Block overhead. Great defense because that lightning putting in a lot of work.
Yeah, in this scramble situation, this late in the set, to still be able to like remain composed and switch your blocks like that, like good awareness by Kizzer to know.
Use that lightning to still harass.
Takes a turn back, actual counter hit. Oh, side switch is gonna hurt.
Side switch. You have to be using the block.
Okay, it's not quite over yet.
Not it, but he has a little Dragon Meter 2-2-6H. Yep. You can't jump! The Dragon Meter's out, but there's still lightning available. 2M. Gonna take.
Yep, goes it. Macho moves on to grand finals to fight T-Bola.
Yes. Interesting going into that match. Who will Macho use? Lance got pretty cooked. That, I do say so myself. I really believe he's been putting the most work with Zoe. It's what he's most comfortable with at this point, especially with the Lance nerfs. Obviously, Lance is still a good character, but when the bulk of your gameplay in this patch has been Zoe, I think you have to go for it. I don't know how he feels, which has a better matchup on paper, but I feel like he's been rolling with Zoe.
Yeah, I think his Zoe is a lot cleaner than he thinks it is, like than he gives credit for. It's consistent, you know, like the way that he's able to apply his pressure, the way that he's able to make like strategic adjustments back and forth based on his opponent. I think that this is something that he's able to have every avenue, whereas with Lancelot, even though we did see like what he's capable of on defense, it's still very exceptionally risky for him to play defense, you know, like whereas Lancelot, it's all like forward movement. At least with Zoe, he has options, you know, he has neutral that he can play. So I think that the Zoe pick would be in his favor here against T-Bola's Lwane. But it is,
and I just think damage output, like he's been struggling with Iggy, you know, it's still a tough thing to deal with. So if you do get one corner situation, let him get Iggy. Yep, here we go. I think that'll help a lot because Lance, you know, has all the pressure and mix-up options, but the damage is so low that you're almost guaranteed to have Iggy on deck anyway.
Yeah.
Because they'll have a chance to pop it. So where at least Zoe, like you can get him low and it's not Iggy yet. and then like one throw in the corner off a 2-3-6H could kill you. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. Macho coming for the loser side, has to win 2 sets to win. And I think that's one of the big things too, is that, you know, I don't know if Lewayne has that many great deal with Zoe charging, although if Catalina bought out, it's definitely. Oh, but I think this is also a big thing, is that he didn't want to have to deal with all this pressure without a reversal here, but gonna try to mash out.
Okay, let's go for the pyramid.
Wow, he 2-3-6 out.
Nice.
Alright, oh yeah. Yeah, kind of the tough thing that maybe he wanted to just having to hold all this pressure in the corner, because at least Lance has 2-3-6 or 2-2-H, but the round start EX record from T-Bola has been putting in work.
Okay, we're seeing a lot slowing down from T-Bola's end here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like that. Ooh, great kind of hit. 2H confirmed. Gonna set it up. Oh, he was just close. If he was a little bit closer to. Gonna have to use a lightning because Dragon Meter's out. Great block. Again, the counter overhit, but he missed!
He missed it! I think he tried to button into it. I think he tried to do something just like one button and then buffer.
And this
the
is
super,
huge.
but...
Wouldn't have to deal with Iggy, but now he has to. One mistake.
Yeah, it is anime, dude. Like the buffer windows are exceptionally
Great jump.
tight. So
okay, he's gonna hold the chip. Blue spear chip.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Ooh,
nice,
okay.
dude. Great movement. By...
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that was unfortunate. The way it hit made him minus. Oh, missed the throw.
It's his game. He's in chip range.
Yeah. He's in chip range. He's getting a little. Okay. I was about to say he was getting a little thirsty for it. He almost ran under that EX light.
Yeah, he went for EX lightning so that way there wouldn't be room to do it. You know?
That was probably smart.
Really smart on Macho's end.
People on the other side. But EXDP again, just trying to get in. Okay, using that time to try and stock up some dragon meter. Alright, yeah. I like the way Macho's maneuvering. Using a lot of dragon, the lightning. But T-Bola still has a hefty life lead. We're gonna challenge the EX record.
Trying to make sure that he doesn't fall into the corner, but Perry is gonna put him in there too.
Oh, didn't get the counteract from off the air there. But precarious situation for Macho, has to hold a lot of pressure. Triangle super. Oh yeah, that's such a good anti-air. If you're trying to jump over that and they haven't unstocked, it's so hard. You really have to stay on the ground and try to spot dodge to mitigate the damage, because if you're trying to jump over it, Lewayne has that great option in the triangle super that just anti-airs so cleanly, so beautifully.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really difficult if you don't have the maneuvering that like Lancelot in the corner has, or like Matera has, you know, so...
Ooh, off a -2.
Yeah, that was pretty
Macho does overhead as defense, puts him in this really great position, but T-Bola still challenging. Throw in the corner? Oh no, just mid-screen.
Okay, just a sweep into the top sweep. Keeping it slow, but now he's got him in the corner again.
Yeah, it's the same situation. He's gonna have to... Okay. Okay, I don't know what Macho was trying, but kind of damage wasn't too high on that. Okay, try to... Oh, what a challenge. Good lord, T-Bola is a challenging machine.
Oh, SSBA! Does he block in time? No, he do not. And he knocks all the boys out of the way with it. This is gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah, but he has... And not... Because he used triangle super early, Iggy's not available. But Macho's getting dangerously close. There's the run under!
Oh,
that's really... the risk in using EX lightning or any lightning.
Yeah, he knew, because without Dragon Meter, that's all he could resort to, you know? So
good point.
Yeah, really smart on T-Bola to just play around that. Okay, no counter hit there, but still...
Trying to cage in is Macho. Yeah, really fishing for that overhead. But T-Bola recognized that it hasn't bit yet.
Oh, the air throw!
Oh, what an air throw!
Demoralizing, man. That means that I got the read on you.
Okay, punishes the throw. That's very, I feel like that's very hard to do.
Very nice.
Okay, but couldn't quite kill, and it's gonna be available soon.
Dude,
wow, what a long run!
up.
But no, Dragon Meter is slowly draining. Great air-to-air confirmed. Oh yeah, gambare.
Nice. Okay, 1 round apiece here.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing, her regular skybound is particularly fast, so I say she doesn't have reversible. Once she gets 100 meter, you have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, it moves forward too, so it's just like there's very few instances in which you won't land it in a punish situation, you know?
T-Bola putting together in this corner. Great block button usage from Macho, but gets thrown for his troubles. It's huge. Yeah, a lot of throws. And like, even if he makes his way out, he has that, yeah.
Oh, I did not realize that was a perfect. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, T-Bola 2-0 so far, dude.
I mean, you know, we said that we like, yeah, he's gonna stick with it. I think this is the correct choice at this point. But man, you're down 2-0. What are you gonna do? He's gonna try to EX rounds. Not a commission. Overhead, but counter hit overhead out of the air.
Baited the parry that time. That was real nice.
That was interesting. You hit the Catalina bot, but not Lil-Wayne.
Okay, got caught with lightning.
Yeah, that's something T-Bola picked up on. Like, Macho, when he's close to the corner, will try to cross up to switch positions and smartly anti-aired. The 236H landed him a throw, but challenge from T-Bola doesn't care. Throw, these throws have been money. Oh, no lag spike. Okay, EX fighting, it's time to get... Oh, he tried to 2H it.
He tried to mix back himself into the corner with it. Oh, caught low.
Okay, just held up. I wonder if he tried to Iggy.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, good point.
And sometimes that happens. I talk to a lot of players that they try to activate and it just doesn't come out.
Oh wow, even with the unexpected sides.
Great block, but no punish.
Yeah. Oh, caught the parry.
Oh, he's really abusing that. It's minus, but...
yeah. Knock down into the laser. Oh no, he just pushes forward.
Again, T-Bola with these challenges.
Oh no.
Oh, that was such a sick sequence. Okay,
Nice.
but in the corner, this is huge. Waited. 2L, 2L, 2L. And now Dragon Meter's out.
Even though Macho made the correct read and waited for the parry, he still couldn't capitalize.
Just a little late on punching with 2L.
Oh, the spot dodge, dude!
He didn't commit anything. Yeah, running forward, easy spot. In the corners, this offense is piling up, but great challenge from Macho himself.
Oh,
Alright, Iggy time. Let's see if he can mitigate the damage. He's low on life. He's gonna have to guess on some spot dodges, or not guess, but try to react on some spot dodges. Runs into green sphere. Blocks that.
Okay, he's just outside.
Okay. Small punish with 2D6L, but
Laser can kill.
chip range. Oh, EX Lightning avoids
really
it.
smart.
Avoid all the specials. Okay, both are taking their time to charge up whatever meter they have.
The fire!
Oh!
Oh,
EX
no!
parry! Couldn't
Oh,
spot dodge in time.
So
And now
clean.
T-Bola's
That was
on
so clean
match
both
point.
players.
Battle
Okay.
3, engage.
They're still tied. They're still tied. They're still holding.
Oh, that was so sick. Backdash to avoid the round start EXD. Punish it. That was money from T-Bola. What a read.
That really was. Okay,
Oh,
stays underneath.
trying to mix up his jump timings, but T-Bola smartly recognized it. Setup time, block
On the
button,
other
but
side,
gets
back
going for a
throw.
short back in the corner. This is bad.
God, he's constantly
Hey,
blocking.
challenge.
The life
Yeah.
deficit is massive right now. He just called it the
Triangle
play.
super. Oh. Spot
Oh,
dodge.
missed
Okay,
the air.
he didn't get anti-air.
Oh, nice.
Okay, spot dodge. Okay, and that's it.
Okay,
But
so
no
we're not-
Dragon Meter, unfortunately. That was actually really... It actually ran out the Dragon Meter, actually.
Yeah, it was really smart from both players, but now he doesn't have to deal with it. Oh my.
That it? Yes, that's it. And with the throw, with a million throws in these past couple sets, T-Bola takes LKO Granblue Week 10. Another one on the board for him. Really? I mean, some of those games were close, but when you look at the score, 3-0 Winners Finals, 3-0 Grand Finals, gotta think that he has sort of read. I think a lot of the awareness that he had in that match to one of the rounds backdash round start, because he knew he was going to EXDP at the round start and whiff punished it.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. So he looks very practiced in that match.
Yeah, I think that's because that's a grand final set that we'll have commonly here in Low Kick Online, and I think that whether it be from that data gathering from that or just like matchup style or matchup knowledge that T-Bola has gathered from that specific matchup, that's just naturally how T-Bola is. Like he'll really switch up the way that he opens up a round. Sometimes he'll come in with a sweep, sometimes he'll come in with like a button and just like call in the boys immediately, or sometimes he'll just run backwards and like try to build some meter. You know, like he's really tried to like switch up the strategy, and I don't know if it's based on his opponents or if it's just trying to like keep them on their toes. I don't know if it's reactionary or if it's like, you know, very aggressively, but really good job by T-Bola this time around and taking it over Macho. But Macho, no slouch of his own, man. He had some really good reads on his own, like outlandishly good mix-up opportunities in the corner. Whenever he had T-Bola in the corner, it was really difficult for T-Bola to fight himself out, and he had some really good reads on the parries. But unfortunately, whether it be due to like net play or just like misinputs, there were just certain instances where like mistakes were being made, and there was one moment where he missed the buffer window of button into super. There was another where he did try to punish the parry, but it was just too late. Like Macho did have certain reads just on their like on deck and set, but maybe the outcome would have been different for an offline set. But Macho still, you know, tried to keep things and keep himself like ready for certain things. But you know, T-Bola ended up coming out on top this time.
Yeah, I mean, LKO, most weeks those three, Kizzer got third, Macho got second, T-Bola got first. I feel like they've been trading spaces on that, and whoever's like first, second, third.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting to watch.
Yeah. And I mean, like that's just very significant of the strength that we have here in the Midwest region. Like that's just kind of indicative of the strong points. I wonder if if other players like did want to like come in this week, because I know that we do have SSS. I mean, now that it's on PC, so I don't know if like people just want to take breaks, or if people want. I know we have a lot more like Granblue players out here in the Midwest. If you guys want to come in, man, it's like dethrone these guys. You know, we kind of. But yeah, anyway, that has been it here for Low Kick Online Week 9 Granblue Fantasy Versus. We are going to raid the mainstream with it. We're just going to they're playing Tekken 7 over there. I think on commentary we've got Puppy Swarm and NT, our very own NT. So we're gonna go transition you guys over to those beautiful voices. Thank you everybody who has been a part of tonight's matches. I had a blast, you know, hiccups here and there, but I did have a huge blast like being able to play or being able to spectate. So, and Zach in the Box, thank you so much, man, for being a part of this. So I hope to have you again for commentary. I love commentating with you. Like you're just like a good conduit for knowledge too, so I kind of do use you as like a bouncing and learning experience. But you know, like you've consistently done a great job over at SSS, which is tomorrow, correct? So you guys are still running it tomorrow?
Yes, we're still running it tomorrow.
Okay, cool. You want to
kill us still around 1 p.m. Central Time, so take a look out for that if you want some more Granblue action. You still have time to sign up if you can play on the PC version, so come through.
Where can they sign up?
Go follow the Waifu Dome on Twitter. You can find all the information that you can for the SSS online events. And I don't remember what the second game is. It's usually either maybe Tag, BBCF, or Xrd. So take a look at Twitter if you want to check that out. If you want some PC Granblue action.
Nice too. All right, so we do have SSS going on tomorrow. You guys can get all that information from the Waifu Dome Twitter.
Yes.
You guys still can sign up. And is there anything else that you like personally that you want to plug for yourself? Anything that you got going on that you want people to know about?
Just stay strong, El. Well, we'll get through this.
Yep, take it slow, take it one day at a time. Like once all these things clear up, we're gonna appreciate everything and each other so much more. So let's just stay positive, stay strong, and you know, stay together in all this. But thank you for being together today on our stream. We are going to raid the main channel, but it's been a pleasure streaming for you guys. You guys have a good night. Zach, you have a good night too, man.
Yeah.
And
peace out.
Take care. Peace out.